Well, hello. How do you do?
Hi.
What is happening, my peoples? How is everybody doing today on this fine
Go to
Monday?
the living room where you're at.
That's exactly where it is. It's changed. So instead of having the
Oh, wait a second.
this wall, we've got another wall. What's up, y'all?
I know what we can do. Or we can do our typical thing, but I have a good idea on what we can do. Okay. Okay. What's up, everybody?
Who's echoing?
What's up, everybody?
Is somebody echoing? I'm not echoing. Are you echoing, Nate?
Huh?
Somebody says there's echoing.
Am I echoing?
I'm not, but somebody said it was. Cool airplanes. I see cool airplanes all the time. Paul McNeil. I saw a Super Hercules today, which is kind of cool.
Super Hercules.
All the way from Florida.
Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. If you don't
C-130J.
know what movie that's from, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
C-130J. What else have I
And
seen?
Joe. What's up, everybody?
No, nothing really out of the ordinary that's really been really cool. But what are you? What
Solder.
solder am I using?
What solder are you? You've inhaled so much solder you could be your own solder.
Yeah, I make sure not to inhale. I use MG Chemicals um, lead-free solder. And it is really good. Only thing is, you have to use high heat, but it works awesome. A lot of people complain about lead-free solder because they don't know how to work their soldering gun. With
Ray
lead-free, you
knows how
need
to
to.
work those guns.
That's right. With a lead-free, you got to use a slightly hotter gun. But yeah, and you have to constantly, whatever. You have to constantly clean the tip. You have to keep the thing clean, otherwise it doesn't work right.
Keep your tips clean, people.
That's right. That works in life too.
If they start stanking, then it ain't good.
It's not stinking. They just get dirty.
Same thing too.
Yeah, but
They start getting dirty and stanky. It's
the
bad. That's bad news.
the lead solder is not. I mean, it works the best at lower heat settings, but it's toxic. Not good for you.
Toxic for the body.
Yeah. So I use the lead free. Even though it's got the rosin core, that flux still isn't good for you. So I always have a fan on, blowing it out the house. So let's just get right into it. Um, First thing I'm going to do is call out all of my members, which is, I don't have a whole bunch of them, but I do have members that are definitely worth mentioning. So let me see. I think Mike SSI was the first person here. But Mike SSI is a member of mine. Mr. George Watts is a member. Mr. Eric Falver, I don't know if he's here today, but he's a member. Joe Pellegrino, who is here. Thank you very much for being a member. Mr. Pilot Ryan, one of the first other what do you call it, streamers to actually become a member of mine, which I appreciate. And then GB Linden right after him. GB Linden was another one of those YouTubers to join my channel, which I very much appreciate. I was his first one, so that's even
I
cooler.
bought that little T28 through his link.
Oh, cool. Through GB's link, cool.
Yeah, well, I bought it while I was on his show because I was like, hey, I got money for my birthday. Oh, I just bought the airplane.
I'm not done yet. So there's another one, Mr. Ghost RC George Pryor. He is a member of mine. And Jet Tech Don Atkins is as well. So thank you guys for joining and being a member of the Crazy Gooniacness and for supporting the channel and making it so that I can get cool stuff to show you guys, show you how to do things. So now is the time to ask questions. Anybody got any questions from stuff? And then I'll just talk about what's been going on with us. I didn't get to fly this weekend because wind was crazy. I should have packed up and gone yesterday because the wind was crazy.
Keon.
They went to Keon and a few other people went to Crows.
Oh yeah, because he was texting me. He flew his FW. So
Yeah, went to
yeah,
Crows.
I didn't go this weekend.
I was going to go Saturday, but it's crazy. And then Sunday
Saturday
was perfect after the craziness. But,
yeah, Saturday I was gone like all day. I was all over the place on Saturday. Mike's house, Grandma's house, back to Mike's house, and back home.
Cool. Oh, who just texted me? Oh, someone else.
Yeah, Reckham. I'm not worried about it. I had the original Park Zone version. I bought the T28, the new yellow one, because you guys know I'm moving, and my new house will be like the perfect candidate for airplanes like that. So I love the original Park Zone. The original Park Zone I had, it was sitting in a guy's hangar at our airport for like 6 years, and I'd never seen it. And I walked into his hangar to use because he has like, it's not his hangar, but like he uses the space. And he's got like one of these like huge hangars that has like an office and has like a bathroom and has a shower in it. So I went to use the bathroom and I see the thing sitting there. I'm like, wait a second. And he's like, oh, you fly RC? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, you want this thing? And I'm like, I'm not going to say no. So I took it and I had it for like a month and a half, but then it had that like cheap glue on it. And I was flying it one day and I pulled into a loop and the wing went, the plane went like this and the wing went bam, came off.
Yeah. So, hey, I forgot to call out all the rest of the people that are in here. So let me call out Mr. Andy Cho. I see you. Thanks for posting that cool stuff from El Centro.
Yeah, Ray's always got something to say about the Blues being tighter,
They always are. Mr. Nathaniel Pulling, what's up? I should Shadow Ops, what's happening? Who else that I didn't see? Dexter Tucker, what's up? The Kids Show. I don't know who the Kids Show is, but you had a question about my F-15, so I'm going to throw that up there. I'll remember to get to that. A lot of people just say Gooniac or Goon and Goob and all that stuff. Anyway, let's see who else. Dip Dip Doo, and then there's who else did I miss? I thought I saw David Schneider in there too. Raymond Molina. I see you two need to hook up with me and get yourself a fiery booty, because there is only one that looks and works as well as mine does. AZ Desert Jets, what's up? Charlie Marchioni. He's the one who said I was echoing, but I don't feel like I'm echoing. Dylan Icefelder. Michael Reitza. Reckham Roy. Zane Latham. Finally got your burner. The Fred Barron, what's happening? Hamilton's Hangar, what's up? You got videos that I need to watch.
He flew his SC-30.
You don't say nothing, because I want to see it. I want to see it. What's up, Barry Campbell?
He just posted his F-18 maiden.
I know. I haven't been able to watch any of them yet.
Oh, yeah. Che, great maiden on your F-18, but it's a D model Hornet, not a C model Hornet. It's a 2C. It's a D model.
Two-seater D model.
The C model is what the Blues, or what the Blues used to fly, the C model Legacy Hornets.
They flew the A and the C.
But yes, the one you have, Jay, is a D model. So.
Two-seaters were the Bs and the Ds. So the Kids Show asked a question. What's the motor ESC in your F-15?
What the hell? They're watching the damn stream on the TV downstairs.
Oh, God. Hi.
Hi.
So the Kids Show, let me tell you what I got in my F-15. F-15 has been through a lot. It's had like no less than 4 different setups in it. But the setup that I've stuck on has been the it's weird. So I'll have to piece it together. So it's a free wing in-runner housing with a Leopard 4082 1600 kV motor and a 13 blade Supreme Hobbies rotor. It flies either on a 5000 or a 6000. I prefer to fly it on a 6000. And the ESC is a Red Brick 200 amp. And then I use a a 10 amp UVEC as well. I think that I posted that someplace. I don't remember, but the plane works really good. And I just found all the servos that I've been looking for that need to be replaced in that bird. So
I wonder who's going to do that.
If I can't do it, I'm gonna send it over to Mr. Nate and see if he can, because probably not gonna be able to.
Yeah, I saw that shadow. My wings didn't quite fold; they just separated. Did you?
I've seen a few things happen with the old T28s. I've seen the wings somebody pull up and the wings just go just like
That's
yours.
exactly what happened to mine. The mount where the wing bolt goes in, because it ripped off and the wing bolt was still attached to the mount. The mount just came unglued.
Yeah. Fred Barron, thank you, man. You always dropping the super chat. Check that out. Super chats dropped again, Mr. The Fred Barron. Thank you very much. You're always supporting. You were one of my first subscribers to start really following me back in the days. Wreckham Roy, yes, 13 blades.
Fred Barron,
it's an odd number. It's an odd number, and it works great. I got to rebalance it again, though, because I flew it for like 3 years without having to touch it. So I have to get that back together, get it back in the air. It's a fun plane to fly. Thank you very much, Fred Barron. Much appreciated. But yeah, Hamilton, I gotta check out your I gotta check out your new videos you posted. Let me see. This is kind of cool. Got something to show y'all that I got. I got coming. It'll be here tomorrow. It's actually kind of cool. I'll show you a picture here in a minute. I don't think
Joe Pellegrino. I'm not 100% sure if they'll ever make a HP, but if you get an ARF and put FMSs in it, you will not be disappointed.
For what? Which one?
F14.
Oh yeah, and the stock ones are pretty. The stock motors aren't bad.
The stock isn't bad. The way I think of it, it's like it's got enough power, but it doesn't have enough power to get you out of a sticky situation.
Yeah, it's got enough, but it doesn't have excess, which is always good to have excess. So this isn't.
Boy. Evan Weasel, man. Again, I can't answer that question. It depends on the day you ask me.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of planes, so I like.
If you ask me right now, I'd probably say that F4 just because it's my newest one and I love it. But yeah,
so let's see. Okay, let me share.
That F4 is awesome, and I cannot wait to take it out on Wednesday and fly some more. I haven't even flown it since I did that elevator to throttle mix. I haven't tried it yet.
Cool. All right, so let's share the screen. Might do something a little funky here for a minute. It's gonna look weird for a second, but there's that.
Oh, you ordered an airbrush?
Yeah, but check it out. It is battery powered.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So this isn't the exact one that I got, but this is the basics. It's the similar. It's a dual action. It's got the cool thing is it has a battery. Let me see if I can find the one that I got. The one that I got has all these different tips, which is really cool.
Were they just spraying a cake with that thing?
Makeup? What the? No, this isn't the one I got. Never mind. Get that out. That's stupid.
I get it, Ray. It's okay. It's okay.
Let's see, which one was it? It was.
You got the makeup.
God, that's just weird. Why do they even show that? It's just strange. And let's see, they're doing it again. Fingernails. Come on, people. That's not what it's for. But I got it for.
Hey, Ray, you can be honest.
Where is it? Which one was it? Anyway, cool thing was it popped up, and I don't know.
Why don't you just go to your order list and look up the one you ordered?
I don't have it on this camera on this computer. This is it.
You can't log into your Amazon account.
This is the one right here.
Oh, okay.
And see how it's got the hopper with the. But see, they're showing all that weird shit again. See what? Huh? Why do you gotta show that? What the heck? No, it's not for that. No, it's not for that.
Ray, it's okay. You can be honest.
That's the problem. I am being honest. That ain't it. Anyway.
That ain't it, Chief.
Let's stop sharing so you can.
Exactly, Joe Pellegrino. Just look at your order list. How hard is it?
I'm not signed in on this computer.
Then sign in.
I have to sign in on my phone and look.
Yeah, just pull it up on your phone. You fool.
Let's see which one it is. The Super Dingus Mobile here.
Nathaniel Pulling's asking you to paint your booty with it.
Airplane booty, maybe.
That could be a good way to do custom colored fiery booties. If you just a light coat paint.
If I ever do any customs again, I'm gonna actually buy the LED that's that color. It's made by Pike. So it's
Paint your wife blue.
Yeah, that one's kind of cool. Let's see, but they have a cake again. Why do they have a cake on there? And then they have graffiti on the wall and all this other weird stuff.
They're advertising illegal stuff.
Basically, graffiti on the wall.
What is your favorite EDF manufacturer?
Whoever makes a plane that flies really good.
Yeah.
And that could be
if
FMS.
the plane flies good, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, whatever the thing has, as long as it's good. Like, I mean, 90% of my jets, 98% of them are all stock, except for the 104. The 104 is the only jet and my F-22 that aren't stock. And all my other ones have free-wing in-runners. And the F-104 is not stock, but it has a free-wing fan. So it
has a stock fan.
It's a stock fan that it's this fan that comes with the 35. The only jet I have that's not that's like a completely custom setup is my F-22.
Yeah, so guys, and that's the thing, people get caught up in all this brand stuff. Truth is, Freewing I own more Freewing jets than just about anything, but I've gone through and I've changed the power systems in most of my Freewings because their airframes are good, but they kind of were lacking on their EDF technology there for a little while. So I went through and changed them to stuff that I liked. A lot of them have FMS, a lot of them have their own thrown together stuff. But this is a good question Mike SSI just asked. Have you made any changes to the fiery booty since you started making them? Yes, quite a bit. The first ones that I made, actually, I think I could show you. I can show you the evolution if you give me a second. I will be right back.
Che, what plane are you talking about? I think you could handle it just fine, honestly. What plane are you talking about, Che? What ESC? If it's an HP from Freewing, it'll come with a 100 amp. Unless it's a 90. If it's a 90, it'll come with a 130. What are you talking about, Che? Yeah, Mike SSI. Time's up. Let's hear it, Che. What plane are you talking about? Because I could give you an answer if you. The F-16 70mm. Oh, okay. Yeah, the F-16 high performance comes with an 80 amp ESC. Dylan, man, I just said that. I honestly couldn't tell you. Depends on what I want to fly. If I want to fly scale, if I want to go freaking fast. Oh, you put an 80 in there? Okay. What fan did you put? Che put an 80mm in his F-16. That's the Freewing. You're muted, fool.
I thought I clicked it. Oops. Okay, so when I first started making these,
oh boy,
this was the burner this was the LED that I used. It's pretty bright for what it is, but that's where it started. This is an FMS unit. This is the one from my F-104. But that's the one that I started using. The first, I know, but it was still pretty bright.
Yeah, it's all good, Dylan.
When I first started making these, the planes that I made them for the most were Freewing, because the Freewing already had that little cone that they use on the back of their outrunners. So started with that.
I would have
by accident, I started using this style, and then it evolved to using in runners. And then the biggest changes that I made over the last couple of years has been adding it so that you can actually use this on a spare channel because it used to be a spare channel only or a Y cable. Y cable is the way you can use it now with anything. This is the one that I'm going to be showing you guys later. But that was a good question.
Che, if to be safe, I would just stick a 100 amp in there if you're going to put a Freewing in runner in there, especially if it's the 12 blade. If it's a 12 blade, that thing's an amp hog. Well, it's not an amp hog, but it's more than the 9 blade. So if you're putting a 12 blade in there, I would
use more. They use quite a bit more.
I would just stick a 100 amp. Yeah, it's all good, Dylan. GB Linden, what's up, man? I bought that.
GB, what's happening?
I bought that little T. Oh, you already know GB, but I bought that little yellow T28 through your Hobby Zone link. I bought it while I was on your show. It was my birthday on Wednesday, and I had all that money, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go buy this plane. I'm like, oh, let me use GB's link because I'm watching this show.
You know, Hamilton, that Freewing, if you put the 9 blade in there, it'll be a pretty good setup.
Oh, dude, that thing will rip.
Yeah, that'll be a pretty good.
Outrunner, I have a couple of those. Do you think we'd get faster speeds with an 80mm outrunner versus 70mm runner? No, it'll be about. If anything, it'll actually probably be worse because you'll be getting. I don't know. I would say stick an in runner in there and just stick a 100 amp in there. Cool, GB. Yeah, I had the original Park Zone, so.
Yeah, I had one too. Let me see if I can.
I got that yellow one. Even if you did do that, Chad, I would still probably change the ESC just to be safe. If you're gonna leave it on the 80, then you probably want to just put a separate UBC, but it's just easier to just put a different ESC in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had the original Park Zone, but for my new house that I'm moving to, that T28 will be literally perfect because there's grass. I can belly land it there. I can do takeoffs and landings, do some touch and goes, and I just bought. I only had like 3 4X 2200s, so I bought 4 of these Z packs, 2200 4-cell Z packs for that T28. These things are tiny; they weigh nothing, so they'll be perfect for that T28. So I just bought 4 of those. I also bought these for my Ultimate too, because the Ultimate, I wanted to fly that more, and I only had 3 batteries. So, but yeah, I bought those for the T28.
Cool.
The hell's that noise?
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Was it loud?
Kinda. What was that?
Did you actually hear the whole thing?
Ooh, I heard like something. It sounded like you were like crumbling something.
No, it was. I was looking at my website and it it started playing my Instagram video.
Well, all I heard, it sounded like somebody was grabbing like a bag of like chips.
Did you hear?
Bag. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. No, it was Jeff's custom.
It's his intro song. Or
no. It was a video that he'd posted, and I posted a quick little here. I should show you guys. Let me go back to my.
Hey, we got to see it now that we've heard it. Spencer Keith, what's up? Shorty in his pants.
Spencer, what's happening?
Yeah, it is something in his pants.
Shut up. Let's go to screen share. That was funny.
It sounded like a what fart? A raunchy fart? What?
All right, so let's go to that one. It's gonna look kind of weird for a second, but then I'll show you. Okay, look. So this is my website, and I was going through my Instagram feed, which is at the bottom. And then if I hold the mouse over, so see this?
Oh, it's his fan running up.
Yeah, it was that. So if I hold my mouse over that, it'll be.
Oh. Well,
oops, it's gone now. Oops.
Good one. We get it. We get the point.
There you go. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, it was Jeff's custom. This thing. Ah, so it's loud.
There's a million of us.
Yeah, let's get rid of that. Stop screen sharing. Anyway, so still learning stuff here, guys. And this is a new computer. I can do so much. It's kind of cool. My son hooked me up with this thing. I have to show you guys this thing pretty soon. It'll be kind of cool. But
Yo,
so
should I try to wreck some shit right now?
huh?
Wait.
Actually, I have something set up today too. I was gonna fly my little mini drone for everybody. But
You know how tiny my room is, right?
Yep.
Remember when Dave came on the stream and he couldn't fly his vapor in that room,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that the room was too small.
Uh-oh. Is this a challenge? Is this a challenge?
This is a challenge. I've actually done this on the Zoom on Fridays, but nobody notices. So let me turn the fan off. I'm about to show you guys that you can fly a vapor in a small room. If I stand on the wall and stick my arm out, I could probably fit like 1.5 of me more, and that's how big my room is. And I can't go all the way to the ceiling because I got airplanes. So it's a challenge.
Is this a challenge?
When I fly in here, though, I can only go in one circle. I can't turn around. And if the thing like loses control and then it crashes into something, you don't know what though. You never know what. Can you believe this thing is still alive? I thought it would have been dead by now.
Well, judging by how many things are bouncing off the dang wall.
This is a challenge. Is Dave in here?
Is this a challenge?
This is a challenge.
All right, well, I got a challenge here too.
Oh, you're flying a drone. That thing can stay in one place.
I haven't flown this thing in a while.
Ray, are you gonna be able to land that?
Just did. So
right.
I'll let you fly yours first, and then I'll turn the camera.
All right, Dave. This one's for you, Dave, since you couldn't fly your vapor in a small room.
Where is he? I haven't even seen him in here yet. Yeah, your room's pretty small. I think I'm gonna freak out my cat though. She'll get pissed off.
I can't turn around, y'all. So I just have to stay.
That's all you're doing, turning around. Here, hold on. Oops.
I tried to turn around.
That didn't sound good. Dude, it's basically hovering. What the heck? Bang! The sound it makes is terrible.
I couldn't get out of the hover. This is fun. My goal is to fly in here and get it turned around and go the other way.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I always go to the left though because the torque from the motor helps.
Yeah. What's up, phone boy?
We're gonna do this. Turn around.
No, you're not. Bang! All right. Well, now that you're, let me see if I can get mine working here.
If my shutters were closed, I would have made that turn, but they were sticking out, so it hit the thing. I can't believe it. It's fine. It just flew into the wall.
Let me see if I can get this thing going.
Oh, it doesn't sound so good now. Oh, it's just because that little stupid thing is the spinner thing. Yeah, now we're good.
I haven't flown this thing in like a year. My cat hates it, so I don't fly it where she is.
Okay, this thing sounds terrible. I might have bent the motor shaft or two, but we'll see.
As you guys can see, I don't just fly jets. This is a ducted fan, though, believe it or not.
That's a tiny whoop.
Yeah, this is something I won at Apollo. Is Victor in here? Victor Shamulus in here? I won this at his field.
Okay, I took that stupid little rubber spinner off. That sounds better. Bye-bye, rubber spinner. I took my rubbers off, kids.
Yeah, I won this at Apollo a couple years ago. At their, what do you call it?
Oh, yeah.
They had a raffle at their fly-in. I went to one of their ducted fly-ins, and they had a raffle, and I won this.
I will say this thing is still alive, but it definitely is quirky. It's kind of like messed up. The motor shaft is more than bent by now. Yeah, it's definitely bent. It's not flying right.
It's all out of whack.
It made it like 2.5 weeks. If it dies now, I'm not going to be so sad. Look at the motor. Whenever I rev the motor up, look at this. It bends.
Yeah. Oh, it's sucked onto the couch. Oops.
It's pulling to the right like hell now. Oh.
All right, y'all. Well, that's
yeah.
Oof. Okay.
I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna fly this anymore because it's probably gonna. If I keep, it's probably gonna end up dead.
Oops.
But see, you can fly a Vapor in a really small room.
Yep, can be done. All right, so I don't know if you guys could see off in the distance. My F-35 is over there. But so yeah, see, I've got enough room to fly little stuff. My cat can't stand it though. So what did I miss in the chat? Anything?
I need to turn my fan back on. It gets hot as hell in here.
So you're gonna have a huge room at this new place. You'll be able to fly even more stuff.
Oh yeah, dude! I'll be able to fly an Ultrix in my new room.
I'm thinking the next time that we do the stream, I'm gonna take my Ultrix out to the cul-de-sac and fly out there for you guys to see the Ultrix. I'll take the Ultrix out to the cul-de-sac.
Dude, you can bring your freaking. You know what you should bring. Since I'll have a Night Timber X, bring your Skytrainer packed with LEDs. Because we could do night flying.
That's true.
Or your G.
I have to get that thing now. GB, you can't really fly at night, but the other one for sure. What's up? What's up, John Shaw? I'm still a little behind, but I've got your Griffin gonna go out this week.
Is it though? Because I'm gonna have to ship it.
I know it is, but I gotta get it. I have all the boxes and stuff ready for it, so I got a whole bunch of stuff ready.
Amazon Echo Buds.
Yeah, so this is the thing I was flying. I got this from Apollo Field.
Your fat fingers can use that little tiny controller?
Yeah, it's this little itty bitty thing.
I had a tiny move that I like put
and you push a button and it'll do a flip. It's just weird. It'll flip this way if you push a button. Just but anyway, yeah, I've had it for what?
Probably just UJS.
2017. But it's fun.
Oh, I guess it's cutting out for some people.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Who's missing it?
Reckham and John Shaw.
I haven't seen anything saying it was.
No, I'm stream on my end on my phone looks good.
Yeah, if it is, I'm sorry. I apologize. But as I teased in the beginning, I am doing some modifications to my new airframe for my F-35. Decided to do something a little out of the ordinary because I'm like, you know what? There's a whole lot of foam in there.
Wait,
I think I could probably fit. Huh?
You found time to build it?
No, you built it.
I know, I'm just messing.
Dingus, you built it. I just messed it up. Went in there and started cutting up stuff. So this is the E-Flight 80 millimeter FMS fan, pretty much, but they call it their own E-Flight. This came out of the E-Flight F-18. And the reason why I took it out is because I put the new Pro FMS in there. But this has a fiery booty attached and is the 2000 kV upgraded with the new metal spin.
That F-35 is gonna rip because it already rips stock.
So I put I went and spent most of the day today. I had to help wife with some stuff too, so I didn't get to do as much time with this as I wanted to. But I went through and I carved the hatch first. I sent a picture to Nate of the hatch carved to fit around this. And then I went through and it took a long time to get everything on the inside of the plane to fit. But I did make it work.
She made her fit, boys.
I still have work to do because I don't have my high-speed drill here, which I need for the from work. I'll use the one from work for that. And but yeah, so Nate, entertain him for a minute. Let me go grab the plane.
Okay, I have to entertain you guys. Well, I'm sure most of you know what happened last week with me. You know, some good stuff happened. But I don't know what to say. Freewing A4 is an awesome plane, or wherever it is, right there. Right there. E-Flight FW. FW 190. Cool plane. Cool plane, cool plane. Let her rip, tater chip. Oh, there you go, Roy. 16 and a solo artist. A solo artist for flying, and I can, I have my driver's license now too. So watch out, people. Good thing I don't know Ray's address. If I knew Ray's address, I'd be fucking bang, bang, bang. What awesome happened. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I turned 16 on Wednesday, and then I did my first solo in our powered plane, which that was fun. And then Friday, I got my driver's license. Hey, Ray, are you there?
What do you want?
Was the driving test for your kids as easy as it was for me?
It's always easy.
Well, I mean, like, was it only like less than a 10-minute drive? Because that was what confused me. I was like, wait,
about 10 to 15 minutes. That's it.
I wasn't even with the guy for 10 minutes. And I was just like, we left. I just made some turns, lane changed, parked on a curb, reversed on a curb, and he's like, okay, let's go back to the DMV. And I'm like, wait a second, that's it?
That's it. No, really, that's it. So.
Yeah, and he only gave me 3 dings, which were just the dings he gave me were just to say I'm not perfect, And dude, one of them was just stupid. It was they do like the stupid, oh, we got to do the safety check on the car, So, he's telling me like, turn the blinkers on, do the brakes, and he tells me, okay, do your flashers. And I'm thinking like, I'm feeling pressure, so I'm thinking F-35 squeeze cam. I'm thinking, the headlight, your bright headlights, No, yeah, I didn't stink. I made sure I didn't stink.
Nate, can you hear me here or no?
Yeah, I can hear you. But yeah, so he says do the flashers. So I flash the lights, like my high beam lights, and he, we proceed on. He's like, oh, you did everything right, but we're supposed to do the hazards, and I'm like, well, why didn't you call them emergency flashers or hazards? And it's like, and I looked it up after that, and it's actually placarded as hazards, not flashers. Hazards. So I'm thinking, whatever. And I don't know what the second thing was. And then the third thing was, it was another stupid thing. We were coming back to the DMV, and there's an intersection right before the DMV. And it's one of those intersections where I don't have to stop. And there was like a car just like stopped in the middle of the damn thing. So I stopped because I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I waited. I'm like, okay. And then I went, and the guy said, well, you stopped. And I'm like, you would have stopped? Dumb fuck.
It's better to stop instead of just driving through.
Yeah, I didn't want to hit somebody. Like, I didn't kill anybody. I stopped. Fuck you, dude. But yeah,
it wasn't safe. It was not safe.
There was a car in the middle of the intersection, so yeah, I stopped because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Yeah, whatever.
We don't know. Hey, at least you got. So what's the minimum you can do now?
The minimum or the maximum. So there's like the typical errors of like, oh, you didn't use your signal, bullshit like that. But you can do 15 of those. You can get 15 dings, and then there's like the critical errors that it's like, you do it once and you're done. So I got 3 of like the stupid, whatever. The flashers thing was just stupid. I was like, really?
Why did he say flashes? That doesn't make sense.
Huh?
I said, why did he say flashes? It should have been.
I don't even know what I don't even know what the second thing he dinged me for. I can't remember. But
what I'm trying to do here is get all this stuff.
yeah, if he would have said 4-way flashers, then maybe flashers.
But even
What the fuck?
yeah, it doesn't make sense. So, yes, it does fit. Oh, the screws are in there now, I think. No, they're not.
Fred, I didn't have to parallel park or anything. I didn't have to do any of that.
I think it's because of this COVID crap. They just want.
Yeah, we had to have our masks on, and we had to have all the windows down the whole time, and it was 8 a.m. and I was like, fuck.
Freeze out there. But yeah, if there's people in the car, you have to have the windows down.
You have to have the windows down. But so yeah, and then my second day after I got my license, I did over 150 miles of driving, so that was fun. I mean, they talk about when you get your permit, you have to do your 50 hours, and some kids go in with like less than 10. I probably had over 200 hours of driving
and it's to and from the
the field, to and from the airport, and there was times where like the time I drove all the way to Sacramento, it's like I had more than like 200 hours. I was fine.
So yeah, see, it's in there.
Yeah, that could be why, Dave. They don't test parallel parking because most cars can do it themselves nowadays.
I don't have the wires and everything run yet, but as you can see, the hatch, when I screw everything down, the hatch is flush.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so
I can't see the chat, so if anybody says anything, let me know. But yeah, so
yeah, I did 150 down the highway, No, but
this is all the dremeling I had to do. I still have to dremel more up here.
F35 squeeze cam.
And then more down in there, so that
But yeah. So
Nate, hold on, God dang it! So that the fan will not be blowing up against us, I've got to figure all that crap out. So I'll get my the stuff that I need to tomorrow to do this. But I did all of that today. The hardest part was getting in here to get the lip to fit in here.
Yeah.
But cool, that's it. And I had to do a lot of flowers, but I had to do a lot of dremeling there, dremeling here. The lip was always the hardest part to fit. I got that there too. So because
Ken Browse, they don't let you use your backup camera on the test. I know a person who they immediately failed the test because when they were backing out of their parking spot at the DMV, they used their backup camera the entire time. The problem is when you do something like that, because it's not one of those things that's like a critical error, but it's like one of those things where it's like they don't let you do it. So you do that, but then you do the whole test, and then they take it back like, well, you failed. My buddy I work with at the airport, he took his driving test 2 days before I did, and he failed because he was taking his test in his own manual, and he had to throw the thing in drive, and he had it in drive, and then he put his seatbelt on.
Oops. Instant fail.
The problem is, though, is something like that, it's like a critical error, but it's not something that could, like, kill somebody. So he did the whole test and then came back, well, you failed in the beginning. But he's taking his test at Watsonville, and they're backed up for, like, 2 months. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'm like, just go down to Capitola. Capitola apparently is like an easy-ass DMV to pass. Well, yeah, that was a funny thing, too, because Keon took his test at Los Gatos, and my sister took her test at Capitola. They're telling me, like, yeah, Los Gatos is a hard DMV. And I'm like,
it is.
And I'm like, okay, if what I did was easy, then I can't imagine how easy the other DMVs are.
My wife, she used to take people there, and they wouldn't pass.
The examiner I got, he was hella cool. He
Oh,
was a
you're
nice
also
guy.
from Los Gatos, which is probably why you were cool. Joe Pellegrino, my day
I
job
know
is
how to navigate people around here.
an equipment mechanic for the Department of Energy. So I work on stuff, but I work on cars, electric carts, lots of stuff. Who else?
Yeah, Capitola is nice, Reckham, but Santa Cruz is a shithole.
It's got its nice places too.
Yeah, but for
I had the parallel park. I had to parallel park through a 3-point turn.
I didn't have to do
I had
any
to
of
do
that.
hand
Dude.
signals.
Yeah, I had to do that, but that's easy.
Had to merge onto the freeway. Had to merge onto the freeway.
Really, they made you even go on
Yield.
the.
Yeah, I had to yield. I had to do all that stuff. But
Yeah,
it was still only like 15 minutes.
I didn't get into a road that was over 35-mile-an-hour speed limit. That's literally my test.
So which of the planes that you have maybe has the longest tube for the burner to the nozzle? The MiG-21.
21.
MiG-21
Which plane has the longest tail?
tube, longest tube.
Tube-ish?
Yeah,
Tube?
MiG-21.
What about the 104, the Griffin?
The 104 is right at the rear.
And the Griffin, the fan's like, it's under the middle of the wing.
Yeah, maybe the Griffin, but I don't have much of a connection to that plane, so I wouldn't know. But
Dude, I love that plane.
MiG-21 for sure. For me,
After I stuck that Hobby Eagle in that Griffin, it changed my opinion on it. It like it made my opinion do a 180 on that airplane.
Yeah. Also, guys, I've been recommending Lemon RX for a while, and I'm about to revoke that because the newest setup of the newest batch of Lemon RX have not been very good.
Yeah, I see your issue with the gyro going to full gain. It doesn't do that with the normal.
And that's not what I'm saying is wrong. The issue is a couple of them I just don't really care for them, and they're different. There's something different about them.
But I haven't had an issue with Lemon. My MiG-17 crashed, but I honestly don't think that was a receiver. I think something electronic-wise just came loose.
I think somebody didn't want you flying their plane.
Yeah, I think it got possessed by the previous owner. Literally.
Possibly.
But
yeah, Alan Gentry, I was supposed to go fly this weekend at Oakdale, but I didn't because of the wind.
hey, Victor, we could get the keys to the new house as early as this weekend, but so we'll see though. Basically the whole house is packed except for like little things that we need like daily, but for the most part it's
Hey, Hangar 51, I used to see people taking the bus driving test. It used to crack me up because I'd watch people fail. They'd always pull up over to one of the places by a vendor that I used to go to, and I'd watch people fail, not be able to do the whole backing into the cones thing. Whomp, fail. Okay, that's it. Let's go. You'd have to leave. Victor, the 10 channels are great. The 8 channels are good too.
8 channel.
They had 8 channels at one point, but for some reason, see you later, EQ. And yes, EQ 80 millimeter and the 70 millimeter F-35. It has been started. But yeah, it's funny to watch.
The new BD, the new diversity lemons, I think they changed something. But the issue you had, which I know you're not talking about, but Ray just had an issue with his F-16 when we were doing a sunset flight with my F4 and his. He was noticing the plane was rigid because I don't know why, but with the new diversities, I don't notice it with the short wire ones because those are the older ones. But it does it in the only 2 planes it happens in is my 104 and my MiG-21. Sometimes I plug the thing in and the thing will go to full gyro gain. And I discovered the problem the same way you did. I took off with my MiG one time and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this thing?
It wouldn't hardly roll, and
it was
I noticed as I was turning one way, it was wagging. I'm like, what the heck? So I turned it down a little bit.
Yeah, and my plane was it didn't waggle or anything. It was just flying almost way too stable. So I was like, what is wrong? Ray, your camera turned off. But So I landed the thing and I wiggled the plane, and sure enough, it had a crap ton of gain. Because the lemons, they default to the knob on your radio, but then there's there's the little, I don't know what they call them, little dial thingies. That's how I set it up. I always leave the gain knob on the radio at 0, and I adjust the gains to my liking just on the receiver. But I did that, and that happened with my MiG one time. The knob was all the way down, but the gains were at full. So I unplugged it, plugged it back in. Sure enough, it went back to normal. And ever since then, every once in a while, I'll plug in the plane. I'll plug in the airplane. I do this with every airplane now that has a gyro. I pick it up and I give it a wiggle. And sometimes with like the 104, I notice the ailerons move a crap ton. So I just unplug it, plug it back in, and it's all good.
So they were asking about what tape that I use. So I use this in the MiG only because it's a really straight tube and it's easy to get into. But this is the aluminum tape from Harbor Freight. Supposed to use this for HVAC stuff. But I use this. And the key to it is keeping it straight and barely overlapping. And then using a long tube, either carbon fiber tube or something else, to flatten it down.
The way the other guy did it in the MiG 17, man. My MiG 17.
Not that way. But yeah, you're supposed to lay it flat and kind of overlap it slightly. It's hard. I mean, it's not hard to do. It's just time consuming. But I wouldn't even use this. I just get either white paint or chrome paint and spray.
White, just white.
White works the best. Sometimes people use chrome. That works too. But white
reflects the best. Yeah. But so I haven't had an issue with the lemons like freaking out, but I do notice like it doesn't happen that often, but sometimes from now on, doesn't matter what plane I have, even if it's a hobby, I just give it a shake and make sure it's not defaulting to full. Because luckily with the lemons, if they're at full gain, they're not like a hobby eagle. If you overload the gain, the plane doesn't start doing this.
No,
the plane just flies like hella rigid.
Yeah.
And like Ray said, his plane would like barely roll.
It wouldn't roll. I couldn't roll it at all. It would go like this, and I'm like, what the heck? So it was up at about, the gain was up a little bit because I'd been doing that for the wind, but it was weird. So I landed, and I'm like, wait a minute, the gain's all the way up because I have my gain knob all the way down. So
yeah, that's how I set it up too. I leave the gain knob all the way down, and I adjust the gains to what I want.
Yeah,
on the
just barely on.
Yeah, and if it's windy out, I can just turn the knob a little bit and give it a little more gain.
Which is what I had been doing. So the lemons, as I said, the regular lemons are fine. And I used to have an issue with my older lemons. Sometimes when you plug it in, everything would just go to
that happened. That happened one time. That happens a couple times too.
And then you just unplug it, wait a second, plug it back in, everything works fine.
It never
happens. These newer ones are just doing weird stuff. I don't know what it is. So I might have to start using the oranges. Those have been really good too.
Orange RX and they don't get along. Well, you know what's funny is once my MiG crashed, it's when I had stuck that Orange RX satellite in it.
Like I said, I think something else crashed that plane.
Yeah.
So Gav Street, I got that picture that you sent me of the F-18. That was pretty cool.
You crashed your V1200, dude? Ouch. I haven't flown mine in a while, just because I'll probably actually take it out this Wednesday when I go flying. I want to go fast.
If it's going to be windy, that's perfect for that.
Yeah, it'll slow the damn thing down. That thing glides forever.
I don't know if you guys saw the video that RC Informer did, but a light coat of white paint is the best. And I did that in my F-35 too. It worked really good.
I almost bought
not this one, but the older one.
Dude, I love that F4 so much. I almost bought the 3D printed exhaust nozzles. I'm like, nah, why would I do that?
Yeah, I don't have it. I'll just repaint it if I do.
Well, they have them for the F4. You can buy them like without painting.
Oh yeah, the F4.
Yeah, dude, that F4 flies so good. Oh yeah, I finally got a new nose cone. The original nose cone was bugging the crap out of me.
What was wrong with it?
I'll show you. There was a No, wrong one. The original nose cone at the top of it. I don't know how you'll be able to see this. Yeah, you can see it. There's a crack. There's a crack right there. And you can see whoever built it at the factory, you can see it's like lumping up over there in the corner.
Yep.
So it wasn't fitting well on the plane. Like there was like spots that were sticking up and it was cracked. And I was about to order another one, but they weren't in stock at the time. So I put the decals on it and just flew it like that. But then I looked again at Motion and I saw they're in stock. So I immediately ordered a new one. Now that new one fits perfect and there's not a freaking crack in it. This wasn't a big deal. It was just bugging me.
Yep.
It's one of those things that only, I could notice.
When does the actual moving start, Nate?
Fuck.
Next
Wait.
week?
Most likely. We could get the keys to the house this weekend. We weren't supposed to get the keys to the house until like March 9th. But we could. Well, wait. March 9th is that this weekend?
A week from tomorrow.
Yeah. So we could get them this weekend, but the movers can only do their stuff during the week, which is fine because, most of my stuff I'm going to be moving on my own. The only thing they're going to move is this toolbox. That's it, which I got to go through all that crap and clean it out. I could leave the stuff in there and make them carry it, but I don't. The thing already weighs like a couple 100 pounds without anything in it, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be mean to them. Besides, 90% of the stuff in there I don't need. Well, 80% of the stuff in there I don't need. But yeah, you could totally see like where it was like jumping up on the side of the plane. Is it? Yeah, like right. You can see it's like not perfectly flat up in there.
It's not centered, yeah.
I wish they would have just made that fiberglass too. This little part right here at the bottom is foam, but whatever. It's all right.
What they needed to do was make the long nose. The long nose looked better. Yes, everything. What's up, Mr. Alex? How you doing?
JS, they're discontinuing some planes, but if you notice, there's some of their airplanes that say pre-order now. A bunch of their bind and fly stuff, they're sticking the newer receivers in them. Like they're taking the 636s and switching them over to like 631s. So I was gonna buy the big orange carbon cut for my new house, but they brought it back with an AR637T and raised the price by like $30. So now it's like $450.
It's the same receiver. It ain't even that much.
Same damn thing. Maybe smart technology. Oh, telemetry and a foamy. Fuck.
Oh well.
Telemetry and a foamy. Telemetry and a foamy is like straight piping a Honda Civic. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah, it's a little over.
Sure, it's great, but it's
it's not really needed.
In a foam plane, especially a carbon cut like that, it only pulls like 50 amps. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I got to do today, guys. I'm just gonna show y'all what I was doing there. I've been working on plane all day, so I'm not gonna work on that plane anymore today. I'm gonna put it away. Fly it tomorrow. Not fly it tomorrow. Work on it some more tomorrow. But then I have a whole bunch of burners to get out. I got to get a couple burners out to people. I've already sent some. Like somebody just saw in here. What is it? I got lots of burners going out. A whole bunch of them going out. Somebody that just popped in.
My mom. So that our new house is on that golf course, right? And the people had a golf cart. There was
Joe Valdez. I got your burner going out.
The original homeowners were selling the golf cart they had, and we ended up buying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a nice one. It's like it's not like, it's a typical golf cart made by Easy Go, but the model of that cart is like $7,000 brand new, and they wanted $3,500 for it, and it's like in really good condition. But my mom was saying like, hey, we should have Ray make an afterburner to light up an exhaust.
I work on those things too, so I know what to do. Easy go.
Calling Arrow air shows. How did that start? You calling your GB your dad?
Who?
I don't know. Calling Arrow air shows and GB Linden have this thing. Each other, father and son. It's, I don't know.
Dad. What's up, Colin? I haven't seen him hardly anywhere as of late. But anyway.
See you, Ken Browse.
So, anything else anybody wants to talk about? Any other questions anybody has?
28 get closer. It's supposed to come Wednesday, but I hope it'll come a day early so I can fly it on Wednesday. Because if it comes Wednesday, it ain't going to come to like 3 o'clock. It was in Arizona as of this morning. What? Why did it go to Utah? What?
Who is it? Who's sending it?
FedEx. That was the only.
That's why.
It was in Arizona. Now it went up to Utah.
That's what FedEx does. They don't make any sense.
I've never seen that though. Usually it goes from Arizona directly to California, and it was in Ashford, which is like not too far from the border. Like,
doesn't make sense. That's what they do.
Legit. So yeah, now it ain't coming until Thursday.
Anybody else got any other questions before we get going?
Hopefully, don't get foot X'd. Foot X'd.
Foot X'd. So yeah, also all you people that I owe stuff as far as giveaways and
you still haven't gotten all the
giveaways. Huh?
You still haven't gotten giveaway prizes out from the last giveaway? The 1,000 sub giveaway.
No, that one I've given that stuff away. That stuff's gone. I'm talking about what's his name? The recent giveaway that I did stuff for Hamilton. That was the giveaway. All that other giveaway stuff's gone. I'm talking about the giveaway for Hamilton.
1,000 sub giveaway.
No. That stuff's been gone. But Hamilton, I contributed to that giveaway most recently. So I'm just letting people know. I'm finally sending stuff.
What, burners?
Just whatever the prices were. There's shirts, burners, mugs, other stuff. So that stuff's gone out. Yeah, BD Tennessee, something's changed. I don't know what it is. This recent batch has been kind of weird. They're doing strange things. I don't know what it is. And from what I've heard, there was something about a chipset being different. Something changing. So, I don't know.
Remember when I did this to you?
Huh? Yeah, we're going to knock out your camera. Check this out. I had a package that was supposed to go to Australia. It went to Australia, sat there for a month, came back to me, and the only thing wrong was two numbers were switched. So I switched that number and sent it back. So it ended up going like, what is that? Almost 20,000 miles.
It went all the way to Australia, then came back because one of the numbers was wrong.
One number was off. One number. It wasn't my fault, but it was the person who when they typed in their address, it was wrong. But it was one number off, and they sent it back. So went all the way to Australia, sat for a couple weeks, then came back here. I looked at the address. I talked to the person, showed them the address. They're like, "Oh crap, it's wrong." And then I sent it back to him. And I just had another one, same thing happened, but this one's from Slovakia. So I had one come all the way from Slovakia, go all the way there, come all the way back, and I just had to send it back. So yeah. Anyway, what is it, Joe Pellegrino? What?
He said he tracked a package from California that went back to St. Louis, then came back to California.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Don't understand.
Wrong truck. BD Tennessee's talking about how they had a chip issue where it would hit LVC at 3.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gelonius, we get it, man. You got your new NX8. You also got a gripping coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he ordered it. You're in luck, Angelo, though, because when I set my gripping up, I knew how to do the mixing, but I had no idea you had to get everything like down to like the millimeter. So I'll help you out because the canards are separate, and I know you have that hobby eagle you're going to put in it because I recommended it to you. When you put the hobby eagle in it, the worst thing is the elevons aren't separate anymore. So I had to go in and like adjust them through the ball links, which it wasn't bad, but it was just more challenging.
What do you mean they're not separate?
Because when you do a gyro, you don't do the Elevon mix through your radio. You put it through the gyro.
Oh, the gyro does it. Yeah.
So when I put the gyro in it, I put the wing type back to normal, meaning they weren't separate. They were their own thing. But the gyro told it, do it like this. But the canards, those canards are so big that if you pull up and one of them's a millimeter off, the plane's going to roll. And I was talking to Andrew Williams, fly guy, about that because he was like complaining about how much of a pain it is to get it right. I'm like, yeah, I feel your pain, dude. It took me. Remember how many flights it took us to get them feel right?
Mine's still. It is now, but it took a while. It took me longer than it took you to get it right.
Yeah, and then once I got it right, then I put the hobby glue, and then I had to mess with stuff even more because I messed up the elevons a little bit.
Yep.
Canardly, exactly, canardly. But but again, that airplane with the Hobby Eagle and set up to the 9s, awesome plane. I love that plane. It's so fun. Ray doesn't like it, but I think it's an awesome plane.
No, I love the way the plane flies. I have no issue with the way the plane flies. I just don't like the look of it. Because I don't have anything, I don't remember everything that I fly. I've either seen it or watched it on video fly, and
yeah,
don't have any connection.
JS, it's not bad. It's the kind of plane where, especially with the canards, is like the issue I had was I would be flying and I would pull up and it would roll. And that's just because I would have to get in with a ruler and like measure the canards to the millimeter. Because if one was a millimeter off, because it's an elevator surface on the front of the plane, so it's like so much more effective. So if it's off by like a millimeter, the plane will roll. But luckily the canards, if you set them up, on separate channels, you can just sub-trim them out. You don't have to, mess with linkages and stuff. But yeah, Angelo, I'll help you set yours up. It's not hard. You just, I'll get Angelo set up really fast because I know what to expect now. But I had to figure it out all on my own. So.
And you got it.
Yeah, I figured it out. I love that plane. It flew amazing once I got it right, but I just hated the wobble. So I was like, $20. Let me put a Hobby Eagle in it. If that doesn't help, I'll get rid of it. That completely changed the plane. Ray saw it. He saw me take off, and it was like it didn't turn or it didn't lose altitude or gain altitude. It just went.
Yep.
But yeah, my Griffin uses 9 channels. It uses every channel I've got on my radio because I've got 7 for everything because it's throttle. There's the aileron, the elevator, the elevons, the gear or the rudder, and the gear, and then the 2 canards, and then I've got the burner, and then the mode for the gyro switch. I have a 10 channel in there, but I'm using every 9 channel on my radio.
Yep.
If I had an NX10, I could get thrust vectoring. But
so wait, isn't the NX8 a 9 channel?
It's the same as like the NX6 in the sense of like it's not a 9 channel radio. But like it's like the way they advertise the NX6 is you can get like a Focke-Wulf, but then because if you wanted to have safe select, you had to have a 7th channel to control it. So like if you look at the original DX8, there's all the switches, but then there's the knob on the right side. But now with the NX8, they added that switch back, but then also put the knobs. It's not like a 9th channel; it's like an 8.5 channel for something like that.
It's probably like a 2-position or the dial.
I don't know, but if I'm gonna once my DX9 shits the bucket, I'm gonna get an NX10.
Yeah, I plan on getting a 10. If my next radio will be a 10.
But there's been people talking about like updating issues, so I'm like, I'm gonna wait until all the bugs are kinked out. I'll get one. My buddy Joey Phoneboy RC just got his NX8. He hasn't reported any issues yet. He said it was good.
Yeah, no, and I know a lot of people that have had good luck with it. It's just, I'm going to wait.
Well, and I have no reason to get one right now because my DX9 is not even like a year old. So I had a DX9 for a while, and then one of the potentiometers crapped out, but it was kind of getting old. It was like a pre-order of the original DX9, so I just bought another DX9 Black. But once my DX9 Black cuts out, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if those potentiometers go a lot faster because I use my radio for real flight. When I fly real flight, I'm just banging the sticks. So that's why the NX10 has those Hall effect gimbals, so you could freaking abuse the shit out of that thing on the using the sticks, and you won't wear out.
You won't wear them out.
You won't wear out the potentiometers. Yeah, Colin, the iX12 is great, but I'm not all about the touchscreen. People have had issues with the damn thing freezing, and you could get lucky, but I don't care for it. I don't care for the touchscreen. That's why I like the NX series because it's a color screen, Wi-Fi, but it's got the buttons. It's not a freaking touchscreen. So.
Well, y'all, I think it's about time to get going. I know I got 40 people up in here, but I don't have a whole lot more to talk about, and I still got stuff to do in here. So, anybody else have any other questions at the moment, or
get Amazon Echo Buds?
Echo Bud, huh?
Way better than AirPods.
I don't even use headphones.
I just got these, dude. These things are sick. $90 for these things. Well, they're usually 130, but I got them on sale. Freaking, they have Alexa and everything. These things are sick.
I don't need Alexa.
Like, I can ask Alexa, what's the wind in Livermore? And she'll literally tell me, and I look it up and see that's... Yeah.
So, anybody else got anything you want to talk about? Or should we end it? I don't want to end it with 40 people, but I got other things to do at the moment. And
I fly solo in airplane. I fly up the coast just yesterday and took a photo of Santa Cruz. That was fun. You see those photos I posted?
I did. You flew up on that was you all by yourself?
Yeah. Well, I worked all day. I drove myself to the airport. I was there all by myself all day. And then I had
your mom wasn't there?
No, I drove myself.
It was just you all by yourself there the whole day?
Just me.
Oh, wow.
She got her own car. It was just me.
Wow.
Just me, and then it was like 4 o'clock. I had about an hour and a half till sunset. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go fly. I have my own plane. There's all those people saying, oh, it's cheaper to rent. Oh, that's great. Well, sorry, you can't afford to have your own plane, so kiss my ass.
But what about, so wait. You don't have your private pilot's license, but you can still go solo?
I have a student pilot certificate.
Okay.
And I have the endorsement on my logbook. So basically, like, the way it works right now, like, if I wanted to go fly, I have to text my instructor because it's my own plane, but the student's pilot certificate is issued by her. So if I go and I, if I blow somebody over while I'm doing a run-up, that it's on me, but then it also could be on her because they could be like, well, why'd you let this kid go solo, So I have to text her, and she has to okay me, and I'm not allowed to do something that I haven't done with her. So, like, right now, even though I'm perfectly capable, I'm not allowed to, go to other airports. I'm not allowed – I don't know what the max distance I can go. I think it's, 50 nautical miles. I can do this stuff. I know I could, but it's just something – if I haven't, I can't –
It's something you haven't actually done with an instructor.
Yeah. And I've landed at other airports, but not in a while. So, I couldn't just say, hey, I'm going to go fly over I'm going to go do a base. I couldn't do that, and I wouldn't want to do that, right now. But what I did last night, I just flew around and I flew along the coast at 2,000 feet, which is perfectly legal. I could have flown all the way as low as 1,000 feet if I wanted, but stayed at 2,000. I circled over the boardwalk, which the beaches were a good amount of people, but there's.
You see any sharks? There's always sharks in Santa Cruz.
No.
Always sharks off the coast.
No, I didn't see any sharks, but I saw a lot of people. What's funny is I saw those people on the beach, and as I was driving home on 17, the other side of 17 was a parking lot. I was like, oh, there's all those people I just flew over. Yeah, but yeah, I am very lucky, Joe, and it's nice. Sure, renting's cheaper, but dude, the plane I get to fly, and I can fly it whenever I want. I don't have to schedule for it. It's like, dude, you can't beat it. The 172 we have is it's unbeatable. Seriously. It had 400 hours on the airframe since 1974 when we bought it.
It's older than me. It's a year older than me.
You don't find that. You don't find that. That thing sat for almost 2 decades. You don't find that, And then my mom just bought her own car, so I have my own car, which I'm very fortunate to have a very nice car. And it's a big car. She gave me her Acura MDX. It's a 2020 model. Very, very nice car.
It's not a 2020.
Yeah, it is.
The MDX?
Yeah, it's a 2020.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I thought it was like a 2019.
We got it like at the end of 2019, but it was one of their like first 2020 models.
Okay.
She was leasing it, but then she just bought it off.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I need a car wash, but I'm too lazy to go to the car wash and deal with them, so I'm just gonna drive to the airport and hose it down myself.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna have to end the stream, but Nate, I will get a hold of you because I might drop something off for you tomorrow. When can I expect my booties? Roy Gunther, let me look and see. See somebody on there. Gunther.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna leave my house here at around noonish because I'm gonna go to the airport and wash my car, and if the weather's good, I might go fly.
Gunther, yours.
I'll be home by dark.
Roy Gunther, yours are going to go probably sometime next week. I have it set up right now where I'm finishing off January, going on to February, and then after that I'll be completely caught up.
It's funny last night. Before I did my first solos, I did a couple laps with my instructor, and one landing she said, "Okay, go around." She threw it at me, "Okay, go around." And I went around. It's kind of funny because last night I actually had like a real world go around situation. So I went out and I flew, and then I came back and I did like 5 landings. Well, I did 5, and I was gonna do 6, but I think on like my third one, I had just taken off and I was on my crosswind turning downwind, and all of a sudden this Falcon jet calls. He's on a straight in, 8 miles out. I'm like, okay, so I'm putzing along on downwind, doing like 100 miles an hour. Because I can haul ass downwind, but the thing, our airplane, it's a clean plane, so, it'll take a while to slow down, and you have to be below 100 miles an hour to put the flaps down. So I always just cruise right at VFE when I'm in the pattern, just so I don't have to slow the hell down and put the flaps on. It makes it so I can turn base a little earlier. So I'm like, I beam the numbers, I pull the power back, and I put in my little bit of flaps, and I turn base, and all of a sudden, I'm on base, and this guy calls, he's like a 5-mile final. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. He must have picked up speed or something, because by the time I turned base, and then by the time I was about to turn final, he calls 1.5 mile final, and I'm like, fuck this. I went around.
Pretty quick. How fast do they do on their? It depends on how fast they're going.
I don't know if he was doing. I don't know if he was doing what, but he was hauling. But so I went around. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want this guy coming up behind me, and I didn't want to make him go around because he's probably been in the air for a couple hours. So I powered up and I just went around and did my pattern again, and all was good.
All right, y'all. That's it.
Aeronautical decision making, kids.
Been a good Monday night hanging with y'all, but we're gonna cut it short because I've got stuff to do, and hopefully I'll be flying next weekend, so I'll have more stuff to share.
You can't come out Wednesday because I
don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I can.
I can't go Sunday, and Saturday looks like it's gonna rain. So
people got stuff they want me to do, so I'll try to. I have to bring stuff in. Like tomorrow, I got to go to tow things in, and then I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know, but I'll probably come see you tomorrow.
I haven't heard that one.
Okay, guys. Adios. Have a good one. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.
See you, boys.